mediocre seasons and then had a breakout year this year.
Tell you what, how about that action after the catch and made somebody miss? This team in general is very good at breaking tackles after the catch. And there goes James Harrison back in coverage. He's going to take a big shot and miss the much shiftier Nelson Aguilar.
Harrison, 39 years old, oldest defensive player in the league, long time Pittsburgh Steeler. Blunt is the running back. Garrett Blunt over the right side, breaks free into Patriot territory and spun down at the 33-yard line by Deron Harmon. The former Patriot off to the races for 36 yards.
Big guys right up here. This is the strength of the offensive line for the Philadelphia Eagles on that right side. Nice job by Wisniewski as well coming down.
Stop.
Damn, Bob. Oh my God. You stupid.
He said, I can be a very cool party. Well, that would have been a great party. Sure, why? I did not.
Jump in quick. Team up with friends. Battle players around the world. Heroes Arena. Free to play, fair to play. Download now.
Tonight being brought to you by Bud Light. Minneapolis, Minnesota, second time that this city has hosted a Super Bowl game. The other one was Washington against Buffalo. Mark Rippon had a tremendous day back in the early 90s. So Brady goes to work, second possession. Lewis is the tailback. Getting to the 26-yard line.
Well, one of the things you have to do is slow down the pass rush of this team. One of the great ones, Fletcher Cox right there. They're going to trap him early. Why do you do that? To give him a lot of different looks inside. You don't want him just flying up the field and getting after Tom Brady. Nice play call.
Second and 2, and that's Gronkowski moving around, and that'll cost him 5 yards.
False start. Offense, number 87. 5-yard penalty, second down.
That's the first penalty against the Patriot offense in this entire postseason.
I think Gene's territory has more fun at football than you do.
He does. Brought his index card tonight.
Had us sign it.
He did. The one that got the first down for Dallas against Oakland in December. Second down and 7. Brady stays in the pocket, and then the pass is incomplete. Intended there for Chris Hogan. Covered well. Third down and 7.
One of the big matchups on the outside is going to be Vinny Curry going against Nate Solder at that left tackle position. You know the Patriots are going to want to try and help inside where Fletcher Cox and company, Brandon Graham, can really cause some damage in there. So that means probably Nate Solder has to stand up all night.
Rotate Chris Long, number 56, into the defensive front. James White is the back. Pressure slips away deep downfield, and getting free is Danny Amendola, and breaking tackles and taking it all the way to the 29-yard line. Danny Playoff Amendola is his new nickname.
There we go, right down the sideline. It's going to be right there, and this is just a blown coverage. You saw Ronald Darby moving inside. It was a zone defense, and Tom Brady knew it. His wide receivers on the outside flip-flop spots. The Eagles didn't adjust. He knew exactly what he had.
A minute to go now in the quarter from the 29-yard line. Play action. Fires, caught. Hogan backhands it and picks up a first down on the gain of 12 to the 17-yard line. Tackled there by Corey Graham.
Well, we have seen this Eagles defense all season long lead the league. Highest percentage of 3 and outs, and yet they are really struggling with this pace of Tom Brady.
Low huddle again. Big hole again. To the 11-yard line. We've had a lot of offense. I mean, we haven't even played a quarter. New England has 149 yards, and Philadelphia has 149, and New England has 138.
And Tom Brady is like, do not get in arguments or fights out here on the field. These guys are tired. Let's wear them down. Get out of those altercations.
Don't let them rotate. Second and 4. Slipping through the middle, taking it to the 8, and that'll take us to the end of the quarter. James White is there. So the next period begins with a third down and 1. Into 1-9-3. Philadelphia, Super Bowl 52, and NBC continues after these messages.
I'm feeling like I gotta get away. Better know that I don't and I won't ever stop, cause you know I gotta win every day. She didn't really wanna pop me. Just know that you will never flop me. And I know that I gotta be a little cocky. You ain't never gonna stop me. Every time I come in, then I gotta set it, then I gotta go, and then I gotta get it, then I gotta blow, and then I gotta shut it. Any little thing, and then I think that he be doing, cause it doesn't matter, cause I'm gonna dead it.
Doritos Blaze, a bold new flavor that brings the heat.
Hush your mouth. I told y'all mother, y'all can't stop me now. Listen to me now. I'm lasting 20 rounds. And if you want me, then come on get me now. Is you with me now? Then biggie bounce. I know you think the way I switch my style. Holla.
New Mountain Dew Ice, a clear, refreshing lemon lime dew.
Yeah, just a typical Super Bowl car ad. Right?
Or a hilarious beer ad.
Or whatever ad this is.
Whatever.
But it's a Tide ad.
What?
It's a Tide ad.
What makes it a Tide ad?
There are no stains. Look at those clean clothes. What else would this be an ad for? A razor?
No. Tide ad.
Cold, refreshing.
Tide ad. Meet the all-new.
No, it's a Tide ad. Tide.
So, does this make every Super Bowl ad a Tide ad?
I think it does. Watch and see.
No, I won't back down.
Not many people know what they would die for.
No, I won't
Daddy's gonna go make that bacon.
back down.
No, 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 no!
You can stand
My family is trapped 240 floors in the air.
at the gates of hell.
This isn't going to end the way you want it to.
Won't back down.
Second quarter, Al Michaels, Chris Collins are at Michelle DeFoya. There are your stats. The update there with 289 yards of total offense, and each quarterback has thrown for over 100 yards already. Right now it is 3rd down and 2 as we begin the second frame. Brandon Bolden comes into the game, and now they move him into the backfield behind Brady. Handed off to Brandon Cooks, who tries to hurdle and can't. Tackled by McLeod. So Cooks, who came over in a trade with the Saints in the offseason on the end around, McLeod is right there.
Jet sweep's going to come right over here, and this is the first time I've ever seen a straddle into a tackle. He tries to jump and split, and he just does not get there. So once again, the Eagles defense makes a very unique stand this time inside the 10-yard line.
Edwin Moses or Ronaldo Nehemiah, that was not. Kostowski for a 26-yard field goal attempt, which is juggled, and then he hits the upright. Cardona was the snapper, so each team has missed a kick. Philadelphia an extra point, and New England missing a field goal attempt.
It's going to be bobbled inside somehow. Allen gets it back on the tee, and Gostkowski tried to slide back to the right, but caught the upright. And for Bill Belichick, what a disappointment. He was telling us he felt like that special teams were the strength of this team, and that one hurts.
Special teams coach Joe Judge. Doesn't see that very often. Peterson loves it, of course. And it's 9-3.
Boy, remember that tackle on a 3rd and 2 to set up that field goal, to set up that miss.
So now from the 20-yard line, Nick Foles, who is 8 of 11 for 102 yards. And tosses it to Giant, trying to get around the corner, runs into his own man, and that's a tough 2 yards. He's second down and 8.
One of about 3 really core defenses. You're going to see these 3 guys playing inside. So now you run off tackle, or you run outside, or you throw the football. And so the Philadelphia Eagles and Jay Ajayi. Now I thought one of the huge things that came out of this trade with Ajayi was the fact that it gave them that outside speed. Garrett Blount, we saw him run up the middle. He's a big, strong guy, but Ajayi's speed has really made a difference on this Eagles team.
Second down and 8 from the 22. Foles surveying, under pressure, look out, and he throws that one away. Seems like a million years ago. We were there opening night in Foxborough. Remember how it started? Everybody thought New England did so much during the offseason, they might have a perfect season. That ended in 3 hours.
Yeah, that was pretty short-lived there. But this is a defense for the New England Patriots that has made tremendous strides. Gave up 32 points a game the first 4 games of the season, 300-yard passers the first 6. And yet they pieced it all back together, and now the pressure's on to find some answers here tonight.
Started 2-2 and counting postseason. They've won 13 of their last 14. Only a Monday night loss at Miami, the only blemish. Third down and 8. Foles backing up, backing away, escaping, keeps his eyes downfield. The pass is incomplete at the 30-yard line. intended for Ertz. Philly crowd wants a flag and don't get one. 4th down.
Yeah, I think that Nick Foles had a chance here. Let's take a look. It's man coverage, so everybody's chasing everybody here. He escapes. Look out to the right. Probably would have run for the 1st down.
So the first 3 and out. Donnie Jones, 14 years in the league. First time he's been in the Super Bowl. Clock is down to 2. Both punters in this game left-footed, and that's fair caught at the 37-yard line by Danny Amendola. Early in the second, Eagles by 6.
No.
See, you're so small from back here, I can't really tell.
Look! It's the Bud Knight. It's the Bud Knight. We're saved.
Yes.
Time to do what must be done.
Hey, Bud Knight, aren't you gonna fight with us?
Oh, a buddy of mine is having this 30th birthday thing.
Oh, yeah, well, that's understandable.
Hey, if you survive, come by.
Probably won't happen, but you know.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? Watch this.
Wow, somebody likes attention.
Here's to the friends you can always count on.
Wake up early, slap on some cologne.
I'm 85 and I wanna go home. Just got a job as a lifeguard in Savannah. I'm 85 and I wanna go home.
Dropping sick beats, they called me DJ Nana.
85 and I wanna go. Don't get mad. Get E-Trade, kiddo.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it.
What the hell is he doing?
I find it best not to look.
We took legendary and made it liberating. We took safe and made it daring. We took intelligent and made it utterly irresistible. We took the most advanced E-Class ever and made the most exciting E-Class ever. The 2018 E-Class Coupe and Sedan from Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing. Tonight on NBC.
The Eagle D, they're the first team since the 02 Buccaneers to reach the Super Bowl after allowing fewer than 10 points per game in the playoffs. Those were the 2002 Buccaneers coached by John Gruden, who went to Tampa Bay that year and turned around and beat his old team, Oakland, in the Super Bowl in San Diego.
And then went back.
Yes, he did.
It's good to have him back in the
He's
game.
back.
Yeah.
Deion Lewis is the running back. This drive starts from the 37-yard line. Brady stepping up. Deep downfield, wide open. Brandon Cooks. And he gets smacked down at the 40-yard line, taking some shot there by Jenkins, who is spinning around, and he is down after a 23-yard gain.
This is this route here coming back out. But as he came out and caught the ball, a little disoriented, turned around, looped back around, and never saw Malcolm Jenkins. And that definitely was a little helmet-to-helmet on that hit.
My helmet's on me.
And, of course, Rob Gronkowski.
That's
coming off
Bradham.
the concussion.
Puts Brady on the ground.
And
never saw him coming. Injury timeout.
I'm going to start with some balayage clippings. I'm
going to start with some balayage clip-ins, then razor cut up to a blunt angled lob. I'm dead, I'm back. It's going to be everything.
What?
He's gonna make your hair long, then cut it short to make it big.
Oh, okay.
What's this, strongman?
It's a pea protein gluten-free pate.
It's a burrito filled with plants pretending to be meat.
Last night took an L, but tonight I bounce back.
What's an L? The rap singer took a loss, and now he's okay again.
Right.
Living large.
Living with his mama.
Likes long walks.
Doesn't have a car.
Entrepreneur?
Unemployed.
Oh,
Yeah, you can get a mortgage that avoids PMI, but there's no way to avoid MIP on an FHA. Now,
Hey! This'll help. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans makes the complex simple.
Right.
Understand the details and get approved in as few as 8 minutes.
there's also origination fees and escrow accounts.
This takes care of it, thank you.
Rocket Mortgage, America's largest mortgage lender. It's just a gray dot.
Well, we did it. We sealed the bad out and kept the good in. We have everything we ever wanted.
We have all these avocados from Mexico, but where are the chips?
The chips are outside.
The chips are outside!
Wait! Avocados taste great on lots of things. See?
Oh, Wi-Fi's down.
Avocados from Mexico.
Possible earthquake near the Statue of Liberty.
Looks like you should have left town a little bit earlier.
Whatever you're doing, stop.
Cooks got up. They have walked him back into the locker room. If it looked like helmet to helmet, he was not a receiver at that point. He caught the ball and it turned into a runner, so he is no longer defenseless, but he never saw Jenkins.
Right, so it's a no foul. And on the other end, Brady took a shot, but not with the crown of the helmet, so no foul there either.
Yeah, Brady was bent over a little bit during the commercial break. First down and 10, but Tom, none the worse for wear. Throws almost picked there by Malcolm Jenkins, intended for James White. Second down and 10.
Boy, this was a bit of a surprise for me that Malcolm Jenkins is coming out and playing man-to-man on James White. Well, he caught 14 passes in the last Super Bowl. Maybe it shouldn't be a surprise. But I think most people anticipated that Jenkins was going to be on Gronkowski. But so far, that matchup is working in the Eagles' favor.
Meanwhile, McDaniels and company have to wonder about Cooks, the number 2 receiver. They have only 4 wideouts dressed for the game. He's one of them. And through the middle, nice gain there. Helmet flying. Dion Lewis picks up about 5. You take a look at Brady to Cooks. He was the deep threat. Picked him up in a trade with New Orleans more than 20 yards downfield, 16 completions. Brady's most by one teammate in a season.
Yeah, the next closest, to give you some perspective, was Randy Moss in that unbelievable year he had. He did not match that number of Cooks.
Philip Dorsett will take his spot, Cooks' spot, number 13. Meanwhile, third down and 5 here. And now you got to flip back here to Danny Amendola, who throws, and it's Brady who can't haul it in. So Brady was free, looks over his shoulder, trickery and deceit, fourth down.
Has to be out of the shotgun or this play is not legal. It obviously is. Tom Brady is just going to hand off and then ignore, he's not doing anything, and there he goes. And immediately Chris Law knew he was in trouble, and Brady with the bad hand and no tape. You wonder if maybe that had a little something to do with why he didn't want that pad on that hand. They had that play in the back of their mind.
You do. So it's fourth down and 5. They'll go for it from the 35-yard line. And Brady down the sideline, and that's incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended receiver. Jalen Mills covering on the play, and Philadelphia will take over. 11:53 to the half, 9-3. Philly.
Diet Coke Twisted Mango. Because. Oh. That's why. Can't help it. Hey. Still going. Maybe slowing it down. Maybe it's getting sexier. I don't know. Mango does.
A road is a wonderful thing. It makes it easier for you to get from point A to point B. But ultimately, the road is someone else's idea. The road always ends. And this is where some of our best stories begin.
Hello, ladies. Is your man the kind of man who would climb the height? I'm in a tight head.
Nice pants.
Get off my horse.
Tired Dad.
Stay tuned for music's biggest moment of the year, the Pepsi Super Bowl 52 halftime show, featuring global superstar Justin Timberlake.
What's really interesting here, Malcolm Butler, hero 3 years ago in the Super Bowl, has not played a defensive snap tonight. The Patriots are telling us a coach's decision. Of course, it was easier to get information out of East Germany before the wall went down than to get injury information from New England. But Butler has not played a defensive snap yet. Eric Rowe has taken his spot. Here's Giant. It's wrapped up 1 yard behind the line of scrimmage. This was during America the Beautiful. Butler was very emotional on the sideline. Can't guess what this was about, but he's played on special teams tonight, but not on defense.
Well, it was a beautiful rendition, so you never know, right? But you have to think that maybe he was hurting a bit, and you just wonder when it was that he got the news, or maybe it was just a reaction to it, and maybe it wasn't any of the above.
Final year of his contract, looked for a while as if he would be sent to the Saints in the offseason. It didn't happen. Here's a jockey trying to break tackles, which he does with regularity, and turns nothing into a little something up to the 38-yard line. Devin McCourty makes the tackle. 3rd down and 7.
I'll tell you, this Jay Ajayi runs that lead draw about as well as anybody. They end up pulling Lane Johnson around, one of the most athletic guys, and blocking him in there. But so far, this 5-man line of the New England Patriots has been doing pretty well, at least in the last couple of series now, in shutting down that run.
Ajayi averaging 3 yards per tote. 3rd down and 7 now from the 38-yard line. Bowles over the middle and wide open, and into Patriot territory goes Zach Ertz, the tight end. In a 19.
Yeah, I think Zach Ertz took a little page out of Gronk's book here. Going to go down the field, a little bit physical, and then make the break. A little bit of a contact, not enough for a flag. I think that was the proper call there, a little juke. I tell you, if there's one guy that could be an explosive element of this game, Zach Ertz.
His wife Julie, if you follow soccer, you know she's a key member of that U.S. women's team. From the 43-yard line. Bowles keeps it and then didn't have a grip on it. It looked like Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, will be 2nd down and 10.
You got to work to overthrow Alshon Jeffrey. And sometimes it's interesting. I wonder if it happened to Nick there that sometimes those running backs don't know if they're getting the ball or not, and they can tend to grab at it a little bit. Maybe it jostled it just a bit before that throw.
Looked like he didn't have a good grip on it, so it's 2nd down and 10. U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis on this Super Bowl Sunday night. Second down, 10 from the 43-yard line. Pressure coming, and that pass intended for Jeffrey at the 21-yard line. Great catch. Over the shoulder, along the sideline, threw it over Stephon Gilmore. That's a gain of 22, first down.
Yeah, watch this late adjustment to the ball here. And Al, I'm a little surprised. Chung that time ended up being on Alshon Jeffrey, and we all anticipated that Stephon Gilmore was going to be the matchup. Gilmore all season long has taken the bigger of the receivers, and yet for whatever reason, they're not matching him against Jeffrey in this one. He already has one long touchdown, big play there.
2 touchdowns in the championship game against Minnesota. Blunt is in the backfield. Garrett Blunt swings to the outside, inside the 10. Blunt to the end zone. Behind a Selleck block. His 11th career postseason TD.
Most athletic center in football, watch him get out in front of this play. Not only gets the initial cutoff, which you have to have on those outside zones, stays with it, one more push down the field, gets a Landon Roberts out of the way, and there you go. For LeGarrette Blount, how sweet is this payback? Now they're going to go for 2.
Right after missing the extra point, that makes the difference. Trying to make it 17-3 instead of 16. Eagles go for it a lot, 6 of 9 for 2-point conversions, both most attempts and conversions in the league. So from the 2-yard line, now they send 4 receivers out to the right side. Ball bunch there, and naturally you go to the left, and it's Jeffrey, and he can't make the catch. That's Eric Rowe able to bust it up. 8:48 to go, first half. Now 15-3. Philadelphia.
That's how we do it on the farm.
Cut. I break for lunch.
Barbecue Pringles? Pizza Pringles.
You made barbecue pizza.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Add a jalapeno.
Spicy barbecue pizza.
Wow.
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 Wow, you can stack different flavors?
Nobody asked you, Kevin!
Stack flavors, make new ones.
I'm Dave, and my bleep don't stink.
Well, for a boy whose bleep don't stink, Dave turned out to be a very well-adjusted adult.
Good kid. Bleep don't stink.
Well, we first noticed it at his first birthday. Nothing.
I miss Dave.
My friend, her son's a lawyer, but my son, his bleep don't stink, so...
That's better than being a lawyer.
Mom, what is Febreze?
Hey, did you ever hear from Michelob Ultra?
I got it.
So I'm training for this big role. It's a Michelob Ultra commercial.
I'm the spokesman. I am Captain Michelob.
I like beer. So sorry.
This is yours.
And relax. You gotta be fit. You gotta love Michelob Ultra. It's not like anyone else could do this.
Name?
Pardon?
What is your name?
Chris Pratt?
Over there, bud. Thanks.
Super Bowl 52 on NBC is brought to you by the all-new Ram 1500, built to serve. By Budweiser, bring the Clydesdales to your party. Search #ClydesdaleCan. By Skyscraper, starring Dwayne Johnson, in theaters July 13th. And by Coca-Cola. Taste the feeling.
Some of the Super Bowl rings. Most NFL championships, quarterback head coach duo Brady and Belichick have won 5. You go back to Bart Starr and Vince Lombardi, and this includes the pre-Super Bowl era when they played for the NFL championship. They had 5. Elliott to kick off. Eagles up by a dozen, and Lewis will down it in the end zone. You can visit NFLshop.com after the game for the largest selection of Super Bowl 52 championship gear at the official store of the NFL, NFLshop.com. Well, you recognize J-Lo and A-Rod taking in the action. Mike Trout, the great California Angel, huge Eagle fan, goes to all their games. There he is. You know you're a fan when you're standing up the whole game.
Love it.
From the 25-yard line, the back is Burkhead. Double fake, and then Burkhead makes the catch, and Rex Burkhead gets free. Has a block from Amendola out in front, but getting him from behind is Corey Graham. So they put Burkhead in the game, and right off the bat, he's good for 47.
A lot of pressure around Tom Brady, but just enough distraction. Just as that defense thought they were going to get number 12, he flips it out, and another big play down the field.
29, play action. Brady under pressure, and the wobbly pass is incomplete. You know, it was Burkhead, as we take a look at the replay, it was Burkhead who makes the catch here. He was the guy that collided with Brady 17 days ago, which caused the massive cut. We asked Brady about that the other day. We said, what was your first thought? He said, my season is over.
And Burkhead probably thought his career was over.
Right. Second down and 10 from the 29-yard line. Danny Amendola will get stuffed before he can get untrapped. Making it third down and 8.
Now, they've worked this play a couple of times, and they whistled it right past the ear hole of Vinny Curry twice. He might end up intercepting one. You can see Brady didn't even have the laces. That is the second one he has barely missed. They are trying to slow down this pass rush. These hits are starting to pile up just a bit on Tom Brady.
Well, 5 wide initially. Now White comes into the backfield. Third and 8. Amendola comes into the backfield. And that pass goes nowhere. So a lot of action, a lot of movement. Nothing. Fourth and 8.
I mean, these are screen passes that they can't get off. Chris Long comes flying around the end there, and for Josh McDaniels, he has to think, well, I knew these guys were going to be pretty good coming after my quarterback, but I didn't think it'd get to the point where we couldn't run a screen pass. There he was, making a play on the outside against James White, had to throw it away.
Now a 45-yard attempt. Wiskowski. This time the snap is good, hold is perfect, and the kick is likewise. Halfway through the second quarter, it's Philadelphia 15, New England 6 in Super Bowl 52.
You are an important person, a unique creature. There has never been anyone just like you, and never will be. The power to do anything you can imagine is within you when you discover your real self.
If you want to be important, wonderful. If you want to be recognized, wonderful. If you want to be great, wonderful. But recognize that he who is greatest among you shall be your servant. That's a new definition of greatness. By giving that definition of greatness, it means that everybody can be great. You don't have to know about Plato and Aristotle to serve. You don't have to know the theory of relativity to serve. You don't have to know the second theory of thermodynamics in physics to serve. You only need a heart full of grace. Soul generated by love.
At the end of the season, 2 very poor games. And then it was Doug Peterson and Frank Reich, both of whom had been backup quarterbacks for extended periods of their careers, going back, having that extra week, and taking a good long look at what it was that Nick Foles did in 2013 with Chip Kelly that was so successful. They incorporated some of that, and then by the time the playoffs started, he was rolling.
So Frank Reich, author of two of the greatest comebacks in football history, one in college in Maryland, and of course one with the Buffalo Bills against the then Houston Oilers.
A little surprised he didn't get some action in the head coaching derby.
Sooner or later. Laskowski's kick taking 2 yards into the end zone. So let's look at the quarterbacks to this point in the game. 143 yards off the hand of Foles and 191 already for Tom Brady.
You know what's the most bizarre stat not shown there? Maybe the biggest play, one drop by Tom Brady.
By Brady.
Go figure.
On the pass from Amendola. Brian Hoyer, his backup quarterback, going over the tablet with him. So here is Foles. Almost quit after he was released by the Rams, went on a camping trip with his brother-in-law, and said when he was going to come back, there was only one guy he was going to play for, Andy Reid. And Reid brought him to Kansas City last year and backed up Alex Smith. From the 25-yard line. And then you got Newman, Ertz. Second time for him.
Offense number 86, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Yeah, he took him from the 2-yard line to the 7-yard line on the other false start.
Yeah, that one took probably 4 points off the board there with that one. But believe me, Zach Ertz and these inside receivers, I keep thinking this is going to be an inside game throwing the ball. The other one, Nelson Aguilar, inside as well.
First and 15, Clement picks up one. Clement getting an opportunity to play a lot this season when they lost Darren Sproles to a season-ending injury in week 3. Undrafted rookie out of Wisconsin has done a great job.
Well, I don't know how many times we've done this with the Pittsburgh Steelers, but James Harrison, you want somebody to set the edge on your defense, and of course that's the very fundamental part of Bill Belichick's defenses. Who better than that guy? He is a hammer. You'll see him lift weights sometime.
Second and 14. Harrison, 39 years old, and says he's still playing next year. Foles gets it away. Caught. It's Torrey Smith. Spins his way up to the 31-yard line. Tackle there by Gilmore. It makes it 3rd down and 3.
I love what Nick Foles is doing. Sees the blitz, throw it right behind it. If you see the blitz coming, just throw it right over his head. There he is. Nice pickup. Nick Foles is seeing the field.
Third down call at 4. 6 minutes to go in the opening half. Ajayi, an inside handoff. Look at him go. Jay Ajayi to the 40-yard line. Knee goes down there. Tons of yardage. He and Blunt both. Massive amounts of yardage after contact. Case in point there.
3rd and 4. How many times do you see? Here's Wisniewski right here, but also on the outside we had Nelson Aguilar with a great block. But how many times, Al, have we seen this year Doug Peterson on 3rd and 4? It's a pass down for everybody in the league. Pick up big plays running the football like he just did.
He's got those 2 backs. From the 44 on 1st down. Foles going deep down the sideline. And it is juggled and intercepted by Harmon at the 3-yard line. Jeffrey couldn't handle it, and New England gets the takeaway on a deflection into the arms of Harmon. First turnover of the game. He couldn't one-hand it.
You are an important person, a unique creature. There has never been anyone just like you, and never will be.
So point. Getting an opportunity to play a lot this season when they lost Darren Sproles to a season-ending injury in week 3. Undrafted rookie out of Wisconsin. He's done a great job.
Well, I don't know how many times we've done this with the Pittsburgh Steelers, but James Harrison, you want somebody to set the edge on your defense, and of course that's the very fundamental part of Bill Belichick's defenses. Who better than that guy? He is a hammer. Let's see him lift weights sometime.
Second and 14. Harrison, 39 years old, and says he's still playing next year. Foles gets it away. Caught. It's Torrey Smith. Spins his way up to the 31-yard line. Tackle there by Gilmore. That makes it 3rd down and 3.
I love what Nick Foles is doing. Sees the blitz, throw it right behind it. If you see the blitz coming, just throw it right over his head. There he is. Nice pickup. Nick Foles is seeing the field.
Third down call is 4. 6 minutes to go in the opening half. Ajayi on an inside handoff. Look at him go. Jay Ajayi to the 40-yard line. Knee goes down there. Tons of yardage. He and Blunt both. Massive amounts of yardage after contact. Case in point there.
3rd and 4. How many times do you see? Here's Wisniewski right here, but also on the outside we had Nelson Aguilar with a great block. But how many times, Al, have we seen this year Doug Peterson on 3rd and 4? It's a pass down for everybody in the league. Pick up big plays running the football like he just did.
He's got those 2 backs. From the 44 on 1st down. Foles going deep down the sideline. And it is juggled and intercepted by Harmon at the 3-yard line. Jeffrey couldn't handle it, and New England gets the takeaway on a deflection into the arms of Harmon. First turnover of the game. He couldn't one-hand it.
You are an important person, a unique creature. There has never been anyone just like you, and never will be. The power to do anything you can imagine is within you when you discover your real self.
If you want to be important, wonderful. If you want to be recognized, wonderful. If you want to be great, wonderful. But recognize that he who is greatest among you shall be your servant. That's a new definition of greatness. By giving that definition of greatness, it means that everybody can be great. You don't have to know about Plato and Aristotle to serve. You don't have to know the theory of relativity to serve. You don't have to know the second theory of thermodynamics in physics to serve. You only need a heart full of grace. Soul generated by love. Generated by love.
Two college roommates from South Carolina going at it on that last play. Stephon Gilmore finally got his shot against Alshon Jeffrey. Good coverage, but Jeffrey really is the one that's going to flip it back to the middle of the field to Deron Harmon, who led this team with 4 interceptions. Career high for him, but watch the tail end of this. Got it maybe, and then just flips it back to the middle of the field, and Harmon said, "Thank you very much." Exactly what the Patriots needed.
They start this drive from their own 10-yard line. Lewis is the running back. Devlin the fullback, and he gets crunched in for game 4 by Kendricks, and we go to Michelle.
Well, I spoke with both Alshon Jeffrey and Stephon Gilmore before the game. You know, Jeffrey was Gilmore's a groomsman in his wedding. They each talked about the fun they had in college competing. But this is their first meeting as pros, and Jeffrey told me their battle tonight would be a good one, but he said it's been a long time since college, and I'm pretty sure he got better just like I got better, Al.
No question, Jeffrey already off to a good start with a touchdown and 3 catches for 73. Second down now, 6 to the 14-yard line. Brady over the middle, and that's dropped at the 19-yard line. Incomplete. Gronkowski could not handle it. Gronkowski's caught 1 tonight for 9 yards. That's it.
Yeah, this has been a little bit of an unusual game, and I think that right now the Patriots have to reconsider a little bit what they're doing. Gronkowski needs more, and I think these backs need a little more action coming out of the backfield. James White's going to come out wide, but once again, Malcolm Jenkins on him. Maybe not quite the matchup that Brady liked with Jenkins.
36, fired, that's incomplete. Flag comes in, though. Chris Hogan with Jalen Mills on the coverage. First flag on a pass play.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense, number 31. 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Here's the matchup right inside there, going across. Let's take a look and see if Mills hooks that hip and turns him. That's what they're going to call, I believe.
There's the hold.
Yeah, well, it's a chokehold, wasn't it?
It was. That's a first down after a 3rd and 6. Now scooting up to the 25-yard line goes Dion Lewis. He was their leading rusher this year with 896 yards. 2nd and 5.
Well, we've talked about him before, but Fletcher Cox, just one of the real stars in the National Football League. And the thing, Al, that I appreciate more than anything about him, he's not just a pass rusher. That guy has a way of finding the ball carrier, devastating initial punch, and then finds the ball carrier.
To the outside, picking up the first down. Up to the 32 goes Dion Lewis. Definitely with a block. Yeah, there's a reason why Cox is the highest paid guy on the team. You don't see that very often for an interior defensive lineman.
Yeah, we've got... is pretty much right there behind him. We haven't seen a ton from Brandon Graham. Brandon Graham is with the cutoff block on Jernigan.
4 postseason games. And with 2:04, it's 15 to.
Looked like there was a little bobble on a little bit, and now you have to wonder. Patriots